What's up guys, PTCGL here and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today guys, we're going to be looking at Archaludon EX, one of the brand new decks here from Surging Sparks. And I've been playing a lot of this deck on the ladder. I played it a lot when Surging Sparks came out, and I've really come back to this deck. And it's given me amazing results. I've come back to this deck, especially now that Miraidon was a mirror match in the Sacramento Regionals that happened literally yesterday at the time of recording this video. So, Archaludon EX is an incredibly tanky Pokemon, and today we're going to be focusing on a little bit of a different build. It's not going to be your traditional Starmie build, or like kind of more of an aggressive build. This build is more designed to, I guess, be aggressive, but also be able to tank hits. So, Archaludon EX is a 300 HP Stage 1 Pokemon EX. It has, it's basically, like, honestly at Charizard level. And when it comes to, like, kind of self-sustaining, which is really crazy. It has the Assemble Alloy ability, which says once, when you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, you can attach up to 2 basic Metal Energy cards from your discard pile to your Metal Pokemon in any way you like, which basically just powers up Archaludon in a single turn if you can attach for turn. And then you have the Metal Defender attack for 220, and during your opponent's next turn, Archaludon has no weakness. So this is really good against, like, Radiant Charizard. We are playing a couple different cards from the regular lists. As you can see, there is a lack of a lot of different quote-unquote popular cards, and probably some ones that you wouldn't expect to see. This actually is the build that I built at the beginning of Surging Sparks, but it's still doing numbers. It's still really good. So let's just kind of quickly go over the rest of this list. There's not a ton that's different from like an average sort of deck like this, but I'll point out some notable cards here. First off, we have the Bibarel line. Bibarel is really good in this deck to be able to draw and search for stuff. Basically just being able to draw up, making sure that we always have the cards that we need. It's a very reliable engine. I think it's a very slept-on engine in this format. It does fall prey to a couple different cards in this format, and it also can be stalled out with. Ultimately, I think Bibarel with the addition of Skwovet, in the deck is very useful because it's basically a self-sustaining draw engine. You can get whatever you want, and then you can redraw up to back whatever you want. And so, basically, the Bibarel line alone, it just replaces playing something like Dialga V-Star, which I've never really been a fan of the Dialga version of this build, or of Archaludon. I don't like the... It's very powerful if it works, but if it doesn't, the whole deck just falls apart very easily, and it's a very fragile combo. Archaludon is being self-sufficient, allows it to basically kind of do everything it wants anyways. You just don't get the V-Star power, which is not the end of the world, especially because you can hit for 220 or you can hit for more, and I'll tell you why. We've got Relicanth in the deck, so... right off the bat, if you saw the thumbnail, you'll see Charizard and Teal Mask Ogerpon on here. Teal Mask Ogerpon is on there because Archaludon can one-shot Teal Masks by doing 220. Teal Masks have 210 HP. But actually, if you're against Charizard, you can actually one-shot Charizards in the later game by using Relicanth's Memory Dive ability, which allows you to copy Duraludon's Raging Hammer attack, which allows you to do 80 plus 10 more for each damage counter on this Pokemon. So you can ramp up very quickly. That 80 damage plus whatever, especially on a tanky Pokemon like Archaludon, is very useful in like the late game. We also have Bloodmoon Ursaluna in here to just kind of ensure victory against things like Raging Bolt, and can be good against Miraidon too if you can't set up another Archaludon in time. We also have Radiant Greninja in here just to draw more cards and get energies in the discard. Fezandipiti, draw 3 cards, and when we get knocked out, pretty standard. And then Squawkabilly EX, really for just Squawk and Seize, but you can actually use Motivate if you go second. You probably don't want to use Motivate, but it's still, especially since Archaludon powers itself up anyways, but it's an option nonetheless, and it's just mainly in here for Squawk and Seize. Okay, let's look at a couple other cards in this list. First off, we have one copy of Artisan. This just allows us to get Duraludon's Bidoof, Skwovet, and Relicanth. We really don't use Artisan as much as you might think, because we have so much search otherwise. but it's still very useful for, like, if you just need one more Pokemon to finish off a combo, Artisan can get you there. It does come at the downside of giving your opponent Artisan as well, especially with Lost Box starting to pop up everywhere again. But honestly, I think it's fine. This is still okay to play Artisan in here, just so you get that extra Pokemon search, especially on turn 1 if you can't draw into some of your many Pokemon search options. We also are playing 2 copies of Full Metal Lab. Full Metal Lab is insane. I'm telling you that this card is actually really nuts. It does prevent Pikachu EX from one-shotting an Archaludon. And if you're playing online, this is probably something that you could change. If you're playing 2 Full Metal Lab, you could probably go down to playing 1. Pikachu EX is everywhere on PTCG Live, especially like in the mid ladder, especially that. So if you want to basically tank a shot from Pikachu, Full Metal Lab allows you to do that, and that's kind of what this build is focusing on. You can tank 60 damage by also playing Rigid Band, which allows you to take 30 less damage from attacks with your Archaludons. So you could take 60 less damage from things like Pikachu and stuff like that, and then you can use something like Professor Turo's Scenario to be able to scoop up your Archaludon, and put it back in your hand, and then you basically just start from scratch and do the same thing over again. It's basically just rinse and repeat, which is super toxic sometimes, and it's really funny to watch your opponent struggle to do anything. Let's see, we are also playing 1 copy of Vitality Band. This is really just for the 230 HP Pokemon, like Terrapagos or like Iron Hands EX. It just basically fixes math on a couple things. This is instead of playing the Starmie line, and Bibarel kind of replaces the Starmie line for the most part, and that's just sacrificing basically a gimmicky Pokemon for consistency, and then you still have the option with Vitality Band. And then, let's see, Prime Catcher is our ace spec of choice, and yeah, we've got 2 Buddy Poffin, 1 Counter Catcher, 2 Earthen Vessel, 1 Heavy Ball, 4 Nest Ball, 2 Night Stretcher. We have our Prime Catcher, we have 2 Super Rod, 1 Switch, 4 Ultra Ball, Artisan, Full Metal Lab. We've got 2 Boss, we've got 3 Iono, 2 Turos, 2 Research, 1 Rigid Band, 1 Vitality Band, and we have 10 basic Metal Energy. So that's the deck. I know it's a much different build than probably what you've seen if you're playing on online tournaments, but this is the deck, kind of the old reliable, that I've found is like really good for me specifically. I don't know if it'll be the best for everyone, but I've had a ton of fun with this deck. So we're gonna hop into our first game here, and oh yeah, here right on screen, you're gonna see the deck list on screen now. Before we get started, I would quickly ask to see if you're subscribed. I put a ton of effort into planning and making these videos, which can get tough sometimes due to me being a college student. Subscribing helps support me and my channel, and it allows me to make more videos like the ones you're currently watching. And if you want to help support my channel even further, consider becoming a member. With 3 different tiers to choose from, you'll get access to my videos early, get exclusive behind the scenes updates, you'll get creative inputs on new videos, and more. Every member will also be featured in the credits of every single one of my videos. Thank you so much for your support so far. Now, let's get back to the video. Okay, getting into our first game here. Opponent's calling the coin flip. Like most evolution decks, you're going to want to go first. In fact, like every evolution deck, you're going to want to go first, because you can use Squawkabilly, really set up an oppressive board. Opponent got the coin flip, because of course they do. This is always my luck on PTCG Live. They literally always get whatever they want. It's super annoying. Yeah, your opponent will go first. I wonder what they're playing. I wonder if it's an evolution deck. But Archaludon can play from behind as well. Maybe not like this. What is... sure, go Skwovet. Please don't be... okay, still not good. They start with Pidgey. I'm hoping that we can get... Okay, that's annoying. One of the biggest issues with this deck is... Oh... Okay. They scooped immediately. I don't know how to react to that. I think they just saw the Skwovet and they're like, oh my gosh, it's too powerful. We can't do anything about it. We gotta scoop. But, okay, sure. One of the biggest issues about this deck, though, is that Duraludons can get KO'd by Dusknoirs, and that's a huge issue. We're gonna head into our second game now. Not exactly sure why my opponent scooped. My guess is that they didn't get whatever they wanted, like the specific Pokemon they wanted on the first turn. And so they're just like, yeah, I don't want to play this game out. I don't want to have to try and quote-unquote play from behind which I guess they would have played from behind the whole time. But yeah, very weird, especially when your opponent starts with a Skwovet, a card that you don't ever see in this format. Alright, we're waiting for our opponent. Let's see how long this takes. Any second now. Oh, there we go. Sorry, I had to quote TF2 for a second there. Alright, what do we get? Coin flip, Tails! Let's go. Do they choose Tails? Of course they chose Tails! Of course they did! Everyone always chooses the one that it's going to be! Come on, bro! You can't just be an NPC and choose heads! Ugh. What do we got? Of course we start with the worst Pokemon in our deck. Do you know how many times this has happened to me lately? Where I'm playing a deck with one Bloodmoon Ursaluna, and it starts with Bloodmoon Ursaluna? Let me guess, they're going to be playing Regidrago. There's a small... Oh, it's Charizard. Oh my gosh, their sleeves are actually accurate. Let's hope that they just have a really bad starting hand. We do have Artisan, but we give them Artisan. And I'm not a huge fan of that. Okay, they got rid of Collapse and Defiance Band. Defiance Band actually does make a difference in this matchup. So maybe that was a bit of a mistake. Obviously, they don't know. I really don't want to Iono. If they're just... I guess, no, it's fine if I Iono. Well, no, because then I give them a brand new hand. Okay, so we're chilling here. We've got the stuff that we need here. We can do this. We can actually go Squawk, too. We could go for Squawkabilly. I might just go for Squawk. I mean, we already have two Prizer down. So might as well just get another one. Maybe that wasn't the right play. It's Charizard. That was probably not the correct play. Let's go Artisan. Use Artisan. Let's go and get a Duraludon. Our opponent didn't really use much. We don't have a way to get rid of the Artisan. Maybe that wasn't the right play. Let's go Ultra Ball. Do I want to use Ultra Ball? I think I just want to use Iono. I really want to use Iono here. Sure, let's go for Iono. I should have probably attached that energy, now that I think about it. Okay, well... We do lose out on some stuff. I mean, we do get the Bidoof. We could actually go for Skwovet as well. Let's do this, because that way we're not losing out on so many resources. Let's go Nestash. I should have attached the energy again. Okay, another Duraludon. Perfect. That's actually exactly what I needed to get. And then we will Squawk and Seize. Get a brand new hand. Okay, look at that. We've got lots of stuff to work with. We also have Turos. We just don't have Babero. But if they take a KO here, let's attach it here. And we'll pass. So I guess we could have gone for Radiant Greninja at some point. It's just this stupid Blood Moon in the active is really messing things up. Oh, actually, I mean, it doesn't really matter. We just need... yeah, I did not want to give my opponent that. There's a 50 HP Pidgey. That's not the correct... You don't want to be playing that, because all the Dusclops going around right now. And plus, Dragapult is still a threat. Of course, they have Arven. They always have Arven. Oh my gosh. Alright, do your worst. Because if we hit into the Charizard first, then we're good, right? Like, if we hit into Charizard first and they have to basically play around us, and then we can just go ahead and use, like, Relicanth or something, or just two-shot them. Regardless. We can also just potentially... if we top deck switch... We need a lot here, don't we? We need, like... We could go for, like, Prime Catcher. Wow, very original of you. Sealstone, pop the Sealstone, Charizard. Oh, they're playing it slow. Okay, alright. Probably just instant charge here. Okay, or no, they don't have to instant charge. They can just use Grasping Draw if they want. Yeah, okay. I mean, it's there in the active, so might as well. Shoot, this Artisan is gonna... Yeah, this is one of the problems with the deck, though. We can at least take a knockout if we want. And you know what? I think that we should just go all out. We should just go for it. Let's do this. we could just use Turos on this Bloodmoon, and we could go for the aggressive play. Because even if we don't get the... Let's just go here, slap this down. Let's go well, I mean, if they don't take care of that, then they can't... let's just go Nestash. I feel like Nestash is correct here. Yeah, sure, Nestash. What's our top deck? It's worse than what we had before. Hammer in for 60. So our opponent will take a prize card here. It just depends on what they want to do with that prize card. I mean, we do take the first prize card, and that puts us on prizes. Ooh, Radiant Greninja could be useful here, actually. So if they go after Fez, then we have Greninja, and that kind of pseudo helps. Plus, we get the first hit on the Charizard, but we also just have so many 2-prizers down. Ugh, this is one of the issues with the deck, is that it can get very cluttered very quickly. I mean, I think the whole thing just got derailed because of that stupid Bloodmoon start. Like, that happens all the time. I don't understand how that happens. Pidgeot, Rare Candy Pidgeot, blah, blah, blah. You know how it goes. They still have their V-Star. They still have Quick Search. They can go for Counter Catcher, Iono. They've got so many options. It does help that we have Greninja Energy. And potentially Fez, but if they're greedy, they'll just go for Fez, and then... Yeah, we definitely shouldn't have Nestash here, I don't think. Yeah, Nestash was a terrible idea. I got greedy on the Nestash. Of course they get the Fezandipiti. Flip the script, 3 cards. What do they get? I really want them to have to pop the V-Star here. There's the counter catcher on the Fezandipiti. It's like a bot, really. It's like just the most brainless gameplay imaginable. It's so predictable from like 8 miles away. You can see what they're doing. But do they have to use... No, of course. Never punished, bro. Never punished. Of course. They still have supporter for the turn, don't they? Yeah, they still have a supporter for the turn. Why wouldn't you just use like a boss and then use counter catcher later? Oh, I guess because they feel like they're not going to be behind on prizes anymore. This is the issue with Charizard in this format, is it's so stupid. Of course they have an Arven. Please top deck Iono. Please top deck Iono. Like, just punish them just a tiny bit. Oh, the Lost Vacuum. The disrespect. Are you going to Lost Vacuum the Artisan? Because I don't really need it anymore. It's more detrimental to you than it is to me. And of course they get the KO. Goody. I should have just kept that. I think we just go big or go home here. Let's just go in with the Duraludon. I don't need that. Artisan. What do we have? The Relicanth. That's... None of those are useful. We have so many options to get out of this. Can we please just hit the one off the Radiant Greninja? Concealed cards. Bibarel. Okay, alright, we're still in this. We could also go for Prime. And we could take 2 more. But the problem is that Charizard is just going to keep hitting... Ooh, you know what? We don't have a way to get... I think we just go Nestash here. Because I put up the Duraludon with energies on it, I'm not guaranteed to get an energy... I should have just used Prime Catcher, man. Let's just attach this to the other Duraludon. Alright, Industrious, please give me an Archaludon. And you suck. How is that? How? Oh my gosh. Okay, we're scooping. This game is over. We can't do anything about it. Stupid brain dead Charizard doing stupid brain dead Charizard things. Alright, whatever. That's just... All of that was because we started Bloodmoon. And honestly, with my luck on live, that just happens very frequently. I once had a streak of 4 games in a row where I started Bloodmoon Ursaluna and I was playing like Lost Box, and then I got nothing else. And I was like, okay, well, I'm not playing Lost Box anymore. But we're heading into our next game here. Honestly, I like the new ranking system for live, or like the new ladder system, because now I'm in Master League and it looks way more impressive. Oh my gosh, a coin flip that finally went in our favor? Yeah, we do want to go first. Oh my gosh, we finally got it. So I'm hoping that we can really show off the deck here. This is actually a pretty amazing hand. Honestly, this is like a really awesome hand. We get a Bidoof and a Skwovet down. We get Squawkabilly, and we have a chance to just draw into a ton of stuff here. If Squawk's prized, then it's a little bit worse. Ooh, and they're starting Luminion. Oof, this is not a good game for them. Full Metal Lab also. Okay, let's just first off make sure that we have Squawk before we just okay, we do have Squawk. We do have Radiant Greninja as well, so maybe we can try and go for that. I think we can go Earthen Vessel the switch, get 2 energies. Ultra Ball away the 2 energies. I mean, I could go for Radiant Greninja and then draw 2 more cards, but honestly, I think that we're safer just doing this, because I want the Vitality Band and Full Metal Lab just in case, because you never know what these matchups can be. So let's just go for Squawk, slap down the Squawk, Vitality Band here, Full Metal Lab here, and then we can just Squawk and Seize. I could have used a Nestash first. Okay, so we still have Radiant Greninja. Do we want to get another Duraludon down? Yeah, we will. Let's just do this, and then we can Nest Ball for another Duraludon. Because I think at this point in time, we're looking pretty good. Let's use concealed cards, and we'll get an Energy and Iono. That's pretty solid. We can attach here, and then we can pass. Yeah, pretty good. Honestly, this is like one of the most optimal starts possible, and Squawk really did help get there. Heavy Ball, alright. They basically have to get a Pokemon set up here. They have to retreat the Luminion, and there's just a lot that they have to do here. Otherwise, they'll fall way too far behind. Oof, it's Miraidon. Alright, well, this is actually a matchup that we can win. Miraidon is actually a very winnable matchup. Oh, plus we can't get Iron Hands unless they go for, like, Prime Catcher on the first turn. Just judging that they start with Luminion and they have to get that Luminion out of the active spot. They have Latias, probably. But honestly, I'm okay with the Miraidon matchup. They go for the hands, so they're definitely trying to go for a greedy play here. But hands cannot knock out my Duraludons. I'm wondering if they're just trying to go for Generator, Double Turbo, or they can't go Double Turbo. So they have to get 2 generators off. Then they have to YOLO the YOLO generators, and then they have to go for Prime Catcher. So, okay, let's see what they have. They might just go for, like, I don't know, Pikachu or something like that. Yeah. Look at that. So predictable. Ultra Ball, this is probably going to be for, like, Latias. That's my guess. And if it's, like, Iron Bundle for some reason. Ooh, okay, so they're not going to go for the Magnemite. Nope, they're going to go for Squawk. Alright, I mean, fair enough. Squawk and Seize, a generator, alright. Let's not... Okay, 1 energy. None would have been better. Boss... Oh my gosh, of course. Never punished, man. Never punished. If they get 3 prizes here, then we're looking pretty bad. But we do have Vitality Band to KO Iron Hands, right? They don't have... Electric Pokemon used to have... Ah, man, that's also bad. Getting that Area 0. They used to have Steel Resistance, I think. I guess we could go, like, Night Stretcher. If they whiff the KO here... Which is kind of what I'm hoping for. They're going to go for Latias here. Yep. See, it's so predictable. It's so predictable. They're going to try and basically they're going to try and go for Mew here. They're literally praying. Oh, of course. Of course they have a Forest Seal Stone. Because why wouldn't they? All EXs on their bench. Oh my gosh. All those 2 prize Pokemon. Just please whiff the other generator that I know you're going to go for because you are super greedy here. Nest Ball for what? Raikou probably? Raikou actually could be a big issue here. Iron Bundle, okay. Oh, I see what they're going to try and do. If I try and send up Archaludon, they're not going to try and go for a KO on Archaludon. They're going to try and avoid it the rest of the game. They're going to try and take cheeky prize cards on everything else. Interesting. So they're going to go for the other generator here. They're just hoping that they get 2 energies on the generator. Even if they do, I don't really care. I mean, I do care. But also, it's not, like, awful. Because they go down to 3 prizes left. I can Iono them to 3. There's the generator. Don't get it. I think they just got 1. Let's go. Okay, so they're going to take 2 prizes here. But then I just respawn KO, right? I just go Iono and then respawn KO. So yeah, they're only getting 2. They don't get their greedy 3 like they wanted. Oh no, they're going for a bundle. Interesting. Well, we do have Prime Catcher, actually. So there's a Buddy Poffin. That is a useless card. I could go Night Stretcher Energy Attach. I could just also try and go for Prime Catcher. So let's go. I kind of want to just Iono and see what we get without, like, doing anything else. Let's just go Iono, I guess. Would have been a lot nicer to go for, like, Research. Okay, no, we're good, right? We're good. If we attach, we can attach Retreat here. We just want Prime Catcher. So we go here. We can go Archaludon. Attach our 2. Yeah, we'll assemble Alloy, and we'll attach it to Archaludon 1, 2. We can go just attach for safety reasons here. Sure. Just in case, because we'll at least get 1 prize card here. Concealed cards, that's not it. But that is another Archaludon, so that's pretty good. We still have that as well. So we can go Ultra Ball away in Energy and Duraludon. We can just Ultra Ball these 2 and then Super Rod back. Go for another Archaludon. And then we can just go assemble Alloy again. 1, 2. And we'll just slap 2 more on. So we're trying to go for Prime Catcher here. Now the question is, do I want to... I guess Skwovet is better here. And plus, we don't really have a use for Super Rod. So let's go Skwovet here, Nestash. Slap that at the bottom. It's another energy. That's the problem with playing 10 energy in here. Prime... No, just counter. But Rigid Band is okay as well. I don't dislike that. We could actually put Rigid Band on the... okay, well, I mean, I think we just go for the attack here. Yeah. I kind of want to put Rigid Band on Archaludon. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 280. Doesn't KO Archaludon. So I think we're just safer putting it on Barrel. And then we can just go ahead and use Metal Defender. It really sucks that we have to go for the bundle and that we couldn't have just gone for any of their other ones. But this is okay. Going for 1, I mean, we wanted to take 2 there. We still have to take 3 more knockouts. They probably just have Gust, but then we kind of just hit through their hands and all that. So I think if we are... Yeah, they're just going to go here. They're going to have Boss. And then they're going to go Boss Squawk. Nest Ball for Raikou, most likely. What would they Nest Ball for? Okay, why wouldn't you just use Generator? Why would you waste a card? I guess they're trying to thin? I don't know. Arven. Oh, maybe they have to go for Prime Catcher here. That's my guess, is that they're going for Prime Catcher. Because if they don't have Prime Catcher... Okay, they have Counter Catcher and Bravery Charm. Oh, okay, well, they go for that... see, that sucks. That Bravery Charm is terrible, man. Because now I can't just KO the hands. 240. Yep, they take their 3. Really would like an Iono here. We do have our own Counter Catcher. So I think we actually want to get rid of the Latias. Of course we top deck the Prime Catcher. Dude, that would have been so useful last turn. So we don't want that. We want one of their other Pokemon. Are they going to maybe try and set up another Hands? Well, it doesn't really matter. They already have one in play. They use their V-Star, so we don't care about that. We can go Counter Catcher. I think just putting up Latias is the best choice here. We can attach our energy here. We can go Nest Ball and get... I don't want to get Fez. I really don't want to get Fez. We can go get Relicanth, actually. So if they actually do hit into us, then we can just Relicanth. I don't really want to get rid of this Prime Catcher. So let's just actually Industrious. I should have used Heavy Ball first. Turos is pretty good. But I don't want to use it, really. So I think we just go ahead and use Metal Defender here. Yeah, just Metal Defender. We don't really need to do much else. I think we burn off the Heavy Ball. There is a Bidoof in there. I don't want it. Yeah. I don't want the Bidoof. And then we just go Metal Defender. The problem is now they're at 3. But if we can just stop them from getting Gust cards, then we can just kind of close out the game by tanking a hit every time. They're just going to have another one. They're just going to keep gusting. And I don't have Iono either, so I have to dig for it next turn. Raikou, okay. So we get rid of Raikou. That's the next target here. No, they're just trying to set up more Iron Hands. Secret box, bro. Okay, well, I mean, that's good. Because that means if we Iono them down, then there's a much lower possibility of them getting... yeah, putting them down to 1. We actually could have won if we drew the Prime Catcher. Yeah, we could have actually won this very easily. Okay. Boss. Yeah, just kind of the average. Why? What? Why would you put that on? That doesn't make any sense. Boss, what? What are you gonna boss? Oh, wow, Barrel. Who could have seen that coming? Wait! Oh my gosh! They don't get the KO! Wait! No way! Oh, they messed that up! They messed it up! Oh my gosh! The Rigid Band saves me! Yes! I am playing Giga 4D chess right now. They don't get the knockout. That's crazy. I thought of this. I predicted this was going to happen. Let's go. They're regretting their choices right now. I can tell that they are not happy about this. So they could just go for Arm Press, but then I don't really care. I can just go for anything else I want, and then they're basically still have to take 2 prize cards. And I can still Iono them down to 2. Let's go! That's huge. That's actually, like, huge right there. Another Turos. It really wants me to use Turo. I don't want to use Turo, though. So let's go ahead, and we could just go Night Stretcher for an energy back and do that, but no, let's go after the other Iron Hands. Nah, they already have... Or maybe they're going to try and go for like a Raikou play here, or a Raichu play. So I think we just go prime up this Iron Hands. We'll do this. Nestash. Let's go, the Rigid Band. Okay, I was like, the Rigid Band sometimes just doesn't do very much. Ooh, Artisan. Yeah, absolutely. Have fun getting rid of all your bench, bro. That Raikou is now nerfed into the ground. Yeah, I think by doing this, I literally just take away their chances of doing much of anything. I still have a full Barrel. Give me those cards. And they're pretty bad. Okay, well, I mean, let's get rid of this. This is useless. Let's just go... Oh, there's no more energy in deck. Okay, well, that's just thin, I guess. We also can go concealed cards. So now we have the engine established. And oh, yes! Okay, we have Bloodmoon. Okay, so all we would need, really, is if they get a KO, somehow, we can also... Okay, yeah, let's go! Let's go! Rigid Band was the MVP of that game. Okay, so... I really wanted to have a Miraidon game in here just to show off that Archaludon has a very good Miraidon matchup, and Rigid Band saved us. I know I said it like 8 times already, but Oh man, that was so Giga Brain of me. I don't know why they didn't just go for Arm Press. Because if they went for Arm Press, which they could have, then they would have been able to take a prize card, and they would have had to go down to 2. So I don't know why they went for Ampy very much. But I'm not complaining. We ended up squeaking out a win there, and basically we just kind of had everything that we needed to. I think that their saving grace after that was going to be trying to use Raikou. Oh, crystals that are going to be kind of useless coming up here. Their saving grace was using a big Raikou towards the end of the game, and I just denied them by putting down Artisan. So yeah, that's going to be it for Archaludon EX. The deck is very reliant on you not starting with Ursaluna, but if you start with literally any other Pokemon in the deck, then you will be completely fine. This deck is super fun to play. It's honestly just a very simple deck to play. It is kind of one of those turn your brain off sort of decks where you can kind of just farm on the ladder. You win most of the time actually on the ladder. From what I've had, I think, I don't know exact statistics here, but I feel like I've actually won probably around 75% of the games I've played with this deck, and it's just so much fun. So if you're looking for a deck, a new deck to play that's just really fun to play, really, then I definitely recommend this deck. But thank you all so much for watching. This is probably going to be the last video that I make before, like, kind of taking a little bit of a break of consistent videos. I don't know, I might make some other ones. But the next video that I'm planning is going to be another highly edited video. It is going to be a documentary. I haven't made a documentary in a hot minute, but it will hopefully be at the same level of editing as my single prize deck. So if you guys are interested in seeing that coming up here on the channel, just subscribing would be awesome. Liking the video also would be amazing. Let me know what you thought about this deck. If there's any changes you would make to it. I think there is a couple changes I might make to this list. But for now, I think this is a really good build, and I really like how I can kind of do a lot of different things with it. So that's going to be all from me. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, God bless, have fun. We'll see you out there, and we'll see you next time. Thank you all so much for watching.